I don't know why, but no one has made a video showing off every photo opportunity in the original Dead Rising. Actually, I do know why. There's no achievement for them, and the PP gained from them often isn't worth the effort. Despite not counting as a photo opportunity, Cheryl's sexy photo shoot will probably give the player more PP than all their photo ops in their playthrough combined. But, regardless as to why no one's done it, I think it's about time to fix that and actually showcase all of these one-of-a-kind survivor actions Frank can photograph. I'll be going in roughly the order you find them. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge that the PP stickers actually count as photo opportunities, since they have the yellow PP marker next to them when you photograph them, and they can only be gotten once per playthrough. This is also why the gun shop trio is weird with the vent photo. The game can't actually check your camera for the vent, because it doesn't save the exact subject in any photo, only the genre. So instead it checks for if the PP vent sticker has been gotten in this playthrough. I won't be going over all the sticker locations because there's literally 100 of them in the mall, and there's all but literally 100 videos showing their locations. Okay, onto the photo opportunities. The first true photo opportunity in the game belongs to the tutorial couple. Just photograph the Myers on their joyous, emotional reunion. Also, unless stated otherwise, assume the max total for a photo opportunity is 10,000 prestige points. Kent offers the second photo op, and a much harder one to get at that. You have to photograph his jump kick, which, fun fact, is actually a wall kick. You can photograph this from any of his 3 encounters, but the first one is when he does it the most often and when he's not targeting you. It's weird. The dialogue implies that this is the mechanic's introduction, but it's practically impossible to miss Jeff and Natalie's. Jeff and Natalie were originally meant to be in the entrance plaza in older builds of the game, so I wonder if Kent was meant to be first.
That ain't half bad.
Stay away from their crabs. If the line stops, then the zombies come back. And that won't be any fun at all.
Adam the Clown offers the first photo opportunity that is easily missable, since the action is often not seen by players. It requires him to start juggling his chainsaws and doing his ending pose from the cutscene, which he only does if he loses interest in Frank. I got lucky this session and was able to get him to do it pretty easily, but it can take a lot of effort if he's feeling persistent this playthrough. And with how short the animation is, you might want some quick step if luck is not on your side. When Greg is escorting you to his shortcut, his animation for telling Frank to follow him has a photo opportunity. I don't think it's actually possible to get the full 10k on this one, since Frank getting close to him will cancel the animation. But it might just be that I've never managed it. This is also the first photo opportunity where the animation isn't unique to the survivor, as both Brad and Isabela also has this follow me animation when they're escorting Frank somewhere. Surprised they don't have photo opportunities for when they do it as well. The Japanese tourists have a photo opportunity when they bow to you as a sign of respect. If you want to ensure the best chance at getting all 10k PP, grab the book and talk to them immediately before they have a chance to run around the room, so you can guarantee that they're both in frame for the shot.
Alaka-blacka!
Cletus is a photo opportunity most will see but few will get, as Frank needs to either take damage from Cletus, or Cletus needs to be left alone with no one to shoot at for him to take a swig of wine. In either case, it's hard to get the full 10k PP for it, although I have managed it a few times.
This is my store!
Steven's photo opportunity requires him to do his little jump kick dash move with his cart. Honestly, there's no easy way to get him to do this, just bait around the yogurt stands with him until he does it.
Have a nice day.
Clean up! Register 6! Ugh.
Fantastic!
I'd rather not talk about this one any more than necessary, So I'll just say that the choice to use drama over brutality for this shot is a little baffling.
Name and rank, soldier! You are nothing but a filthy communist!
Cliff's photo opportunity is him using the trapdoors to teleport. And I wonder why the Hoarder category wasn't used for it. I mean, this is a machete-wielding maniac just vanishing from sight at the end of the day. Just a thought here. While the timing is very strict for this, you at least don't have to get hurt to have a chance at this one. Ronald's laughter for when you feed him is a photo opportunity, and he'll laugh even if you feed him rotten food. Probably the easiest photo op in the game, assuming your batteries aren't dead, even when compared to Jeff and Natalie's hug. That said, he doesn't have any photo opportunity for his mutiny, so you won't be seeing him again in this video.
Check your pile!
I bet a lot of you didn't even know Joe Slade had a photo op. I don't blame you. It's tied to her handgun, which is an attack she will rarely use against players using melee weapons. Thankfully, it's very easy to trigger manually. Just stand on top of one of those tables and she'll start taking shots at Frank. Joe will do a pose after taking 6 shots. I barely got it because I waited for all 6, when you should really jump off the table after the 5th shot. That way you'll have plenty of time to actually take the shots rather than getting the tail end of the pose. And this is where things get dark. You see, there are photo opportunities for survivors dying while they're tied up.
What the actual shit? What?
But it's almost impossible to get a photo of that since Joe only attacks them when Frank is somewhere else or has been tased. So sadly, that leaves me with only one option.
Fantastic. 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 Fantastic.
Well, that hurt a lot more than I expected it to.
Is now a good time to mention, I think the hockey mask originally required all the photo opportunities and not just the prestige point stickers.
All I want for Christmas is the pain to stop. All I want for Christmas is the pain to stop. All I want for Christmas is the pain to stop.
Okay, so Nick and Sally dangling for their lives is a photo opportunity. And it was around here during the recording session that I noticed the game just defaults to drama with these photo ops. I can understand why Erotica doesn't have a photo opportunity, there's really never a good place in the game for one, but no horrific photo ops? In a zombie game? You know, if any situation in this game could be described as horrific, I'd say hanging above a group of hungry zombies fits the bill.
Thomas! We're doing this to survive. You know that.
One of the hardest to get photo opportunities is the Hall family. Jack and Roger specifically, as they have a high-five animation if one of them lands a shot on Frank, which means Frank has to stumble from a rifle shot, making it a matter of frames to even get the shot off, and nearly impossible to get the full PP value, since if Frank gets too close to them, they'll just run away. Made even harder by the fact that Thomas still has a chance to shoot you, even if his accuracy is more of a joke than a stat. Oh, and Jack needs to be close to Roger for this to even happen. That's probably why they double the value up to 10k PP each, so that way players can get a reasonable amount of experience for getting the photo at any distance. While part of a separate mission, you can also get the photo opportunity for Julie and Rachel's reunion. They're also worth twice as many prestige points, probably because they're just a retread of Jeff and Natalie's reunion image, but at a much later point in the game. During her boss fight, Isabela has a photo op for her jumping her bike off a ramp. This is probably the hardest photo op to get to occur in the first place. It's definitely the buggiest. Her AI has a high chance of just driving around the ramps to reach you instead of going over them, and if she's not dead on the ramp, she won't jump off it but just fall off it, which does not count for the photo op. So the only reliable way I found is to stand on the opposite side of the ramp and play a game of chicken with her. Also, I'm not sure if she offers the full 10k. I barely got over 2k for my shot, but I don't know if that was bad positioning or if it's just not worth that much. If anyone ever got a high value shot on that, I'd like to know one way or the other. Old Gil has a photo opportunity for when he's bragging about his drunken state. It's actually the same animation Kent uses when he's teaching Frank how photos work. And not much to say here. Did you know the game randomly spawns what kind of wine Gil is holding?
No,
shall return your tainted blood to the foul earth that has spawned you.
The cult leader Sean has a photo op for when he starts praying, but Frank needs to leave and re-enter the area to make this occur. He'll keep it up until you re-enter the movie theater they're all in, but he's quick to notice Frank opening the doors, so quick step is still best to maximize the PP. And I just realized these guys are tied up.
This is gonna hurt.
Fantastic. 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 Fantastic.
Well, at least Cheryl gets to live.
Who's there? Stay back! Stay back! Get in closer, I'll light this place up!
Paul has 2 photo ops, the only survivor in the game to do so, actually. This is likely why he's used for the PP Collector achievement, and further suggests that photo ops were originally required for that achievement. I'm certain you know about his second photo opportunity when the Molotov is burning his balls. And while I get the joke, this should really be a brutality shot. Burning alive is one of the worst ways to go, the exact location be damned. His first photo op, however, is the hardest in the game. The first reason is that it requires you to get hit, and all of his attacks are explosives with a lot of kick to them, leaving you with very little time to even get the shot in the first place. He also might start bouncing up and down instead of laughing, which is not the photo op. Sure, he can follow with the bouncing with joy with his maniacal laugh, but it's pretty rare. He also can choose to run instead of doing the laugh at all if Frank is too close when the explosion takes place. And if that's not enough, the photo op actually is shared across 2 versions of the laugh, with one being noticeably shorter. And of course, if a stray zombie slaps him, that interrupts it. It took me so long to get this, the game actually glitched and kept the photo opportunity on him as I was chasing him normally. Getting the shot to be worth more than 5k is an achievement in and of itself, and it's definitely not worth the effort to set up and get this particular shot. Okay, so that should be it as far as all the side quests are concerned, so I should have a bit of free time to...
Ah, Frankie, good timing.
Oh no. Not again. Ugh. Let's make this quick. Wait, that isn't a photo op?
Ah, Frankie, good timing.
Tad, it is Christmas in September for you, my friend. Okay, now we're at the last photo op of 72-hour mode. Larry. He has one for when he eats the meat. This gives him about 15% of his health back, but he'll only do it when his own health is below 50%, and Frank is not immediately nearby. Also, given the implication, if not outright statement, of him turning people into meat, this should really be a horror shot.
Humanity has proven itself to be quite adept at making mistakes.
Finally, we have Brock in overtime mode. His windup for his neck snap move offers the largest PP value of any target in the game, at a whopping 15,000 PP. Also, his laugh can be worth up to 1,000 prestige points. You can take advantage of these if you're fighting him below level 50, and use your camera for a free heal mid-fight. Not sure if this is a viable strategy, but it is an option. And there you have it. All 30 photo opportunities. I am never doing that again, if for no other reason than, fictional or not, turning an innocent person's cranium into ragu is not my idea of a fun time. Might be why no one's done this before, and it might be why they made it so the achievement doesn't require them. Who would ever think to just kill survivors you could otherwise save? Especially for Sean, who doesn't even actively attack his hostages. The sad thing is, the photo opportunities would never be as good as they are in the first game, and they weren't really that great here if I'm being honest. Every game with the camera system after this, Case West, Off the Record, and the Holiday Special, were all made very quickly. Only Off the Record even had proper photo opportunities, and they were limited to the animations Dead Rising 2 already had, and that stupid special category which, if you ask me, takes a lot of wind out of them. Time will tell if the remake does anything with the concept, but given the directions and priorities we've seen thus far, I'm not holding my breath. You know what? I'm curious. What would you do to improve the photo opportunity system? I want to hear from you guys on this one.
Back.
emergency backup. Requesting emergency backup. Fire. Requesting emergency backup. Emergency backup.